Begin your practice. I'd like you to open your eyes and look around the room and see where you are in space and in time. See where you are, maybe stretch your arms out a bit, do a little kinesiology. Know where the people are around you so that later on, or as you move, you are actually touching somebody that you are familiar with. You already know what that feels like to touch them. Stretch your arms out so that you just know how far you can reach out. Bring your arms up. Bring your hands to your side. That's a great idea, Charlie. And then from there, let your eyes slide shut. Now bring your attention to yourself and the inside, yes? So I'm very clear that we're all very glad we are past the event of November 4th. And although the yogic saying is, this too shall pass, it will pass. We will open our hearts to the possibility of the future. We allow whatever comes to come toward us. We will embrace it. We will be willing. We will be open. We will stand not only as human beings, but as yoginis, because this is who you are. And it is in your practice then that you can begin to dive more deeply into the world at large. So, now when you are completely ready, when you've acknowledged the space around you, when you've brought your full attention to the space within you, when you can feel and expand on the space within you to the perimeters of your body, then and only then step to the left, to the front end of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart for your arrival. So practice wouldn't be practice unless there was breath. And breath would not be breath if we didn't do it in unison. So it is the thing that brings us together as a community. So let's take a deep breath in and experience in the breath. Let it out audibly. And inhale audibly and exhale audibly. And inhale audibly and exhale audibly. Let your hands float to your side, turn your palms forward, tuck your chin, and do the roll down your spine. Now you are welcome to continue to have your eyes wide shut, or you can open your eyes and gaze at your toes and notice what your feet look like. The number 11 is appropriate. And then dropping your chin to the notch in your collarbones. And then bringing your fingerprints to the floor, and if you need to, bend your knees, soften your knees. Good. Now remember that your knees fit into your armpits, Ellen, so you want to make sure that your knees are moving toward the armpits. That there's space there, maybe you can see completely to the back end of the mat. I want to tell you all, you look beautiful tonight. Take a deep breath in, bend your knees with more intention, drop them 2 more inches. Good. And now roll up your spine 1 vertebra at a time. Let your head be the last to come up as you inhale and bring your arms up and overhead. That's it. Tailbone down, low belly lifts. Serratus muscles around the low ribs. Draw them inward, and then exhale and swan dive down. Fingerprints reach to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Bend your knees as deeply as they were before, and then maybe you can go another inch deeper. From this place now, lift your hands slightly up off the floor. Hover your hands from the squat where you are. Tennis girl, turn your heels out just a little bit more. Just a tiny bit, little increments, yes? Good. Exhale, put your fingertips back on the floor. Inhale and roll up your spine. Bring your arms up and overhead, touch your palms together. Entwine the fingers to the webbing and release the index fingers up to the sky. Inhale, and as you exhale, shift your hips to the left and start to reach over to the right. There you go. Take a deep breath in and come back to center. Shift your hips to the right and take a little dive over to the left. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Exhale and swan dive down. Heart is lifted. Lift and look out those windows as long as you can. And then inhale, bend your knees, knees to armpits, and let your hands float and hover over the floor. And reach the arms out slightly so that the ears and the biceps connect. That's it, breathe. And then touch your fingertips to the floor. Drop your hips another ½ an inch and inhale, lift your arms out and reach your arms a little higher and see what they feel like. There you go. And then exhale and touch your fingertips to the floor. Good. One more time. Drop your hips a little bit lower. Don't lift your heels and stretch your arms out and forward. That's it. Turn your palms toward one another. Sit right on. When you drop your hips a little bit more, that's it. Tennis girl, sit back like you're trying to sit on Brett Favre's lap. Would you do me a thank you very much? And now come to sit in Utkatasana, that powerful chair, lifting your arms all the way up. So the powerful awkward chair does not become any easier no matter how old we get. Thank you, Bob. Perfect. Take a deep breath, and now exhale and fold over. Roll up your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale and bring your arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, swan dive down. Bring your hands to your shins now. Look out into the world. Exhale and fold. Soften your knees, all 10 fingerprints to the floor outside your feet. And slide your right leg back behind you. As you bring the right leg back, make sure that the heel is all the way back. Let me take this off your shoulder. Come back further. Knee is in the armpit, left knee is in the armpit. Right heel is lifted high. Take a full breath in, and now step back to downward facing dog. Lift your hips all the way up to the sky. Engage the low belly. This is nice. And then, oh, that's nice. Now look back. Look back between your knees. Take a deep breath and come into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting your hips all the way up. Good. So let's bend the knees deeply here. Soften your knees. And press your hips all the way back. And press them back further. Press them back further, drop your knees a little bit more. Aim your heart space right about that 9th vertebrae, 10th vertebrae, down toward the floor. Then bend your knees even deeper and try to touch your knees to the floor. And then do touch your knees to the floor and put your forehead on the floor. So keep reaching back and reaching back. And toes are tucked and toes are tucked. And low belly is lifted and elbows are up off the floor. So keep reaching. This is good. And now take a deep breath. And exhale. Always. And now inhale and exhale, return to downward facing dog. Let's bring the right foot forward, knee to armpit. Look back at your back foot. Bring the back foot forward to the front foot. And swan dive up. Inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. And exhale now and swan dive down. And bring your hands to your shins and look out into the world. And lengthen your arms. And lower your hands slightly lower to your ankles now. Good. And then sit back and bring your hands to your heart and sit in Utkatasana, that powerful chair. And bring your shoulder blades way back that they touch the mirror behind you. There is a mirror behind you. Not mirror, there's a mirror behind you, not in front of you. Take a deep breath and now exhale, fold in half. Wrap your arms around the back of your knees and pull your elbows, or reach the opposite elbows. Pull your low ribs really close to your inner thighs. And then take the serratus muscle and wrap that inward. Take the serratus muscles and wrap them all the way inward. Try to get your nose to touch your inner knees. Good. Can you reach to your elbows? Good. Tap your chin inward. Bring your hands to your shins and look out into the world. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Good. Bring your fingerprints to the floor outside your feet. Step your left leg back behind you. So you're going to wiggle that foot back just a little bit more. Take a good look at it. Turn your right heel out a little bit more, Catherine. Good. Catherine, two Catherines with a K. Now what do I do with that? Drop your hips lower. There you go. Stretch your arms as far forward as you can. Keep your head down and keep it down low. Now, take a full breath in here. It may feel like a familiar place. Restrain yourself from the familiarity. Restrain yourself from the familiarity. Lift your arms up a little higher. Do something different with the pose now. Lift your heel up off the floor. Lay low, lay your belly low. Pat, drop your right hip down 2 more inches. Bring your right hip more back behind you. That's it. Now, slowly, bring your shoulders up over your hips. Feel every sensation in your body. Take a deep breath in. Whoa. Shoulder blades retract. Bring your hands behind your low back and twine your fingers to the webbing. Lift the bottom of the sternum as high as you can, and as you pull the shoulders back, draw the low front ribs in and look up at the sky. Full breath. And then release your arms and roll them up to the sky. Take a full breath in. Bring your hands together to touch your heart, to touch the floor. Inside your left foot, right foot. Okay, I'm looking at somebody that's got the wrong. Okay, never mind. And step back into downward facing dog. But that would have been a good trick if you could get your hands inside your left foot. All right, soften your knees. Soften your knees. Bring yourself forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. And then bring your left knee forward into the armpit. And then from here, a familiar place. Catherine, walk your left foot towards your left hand. You see that spot between your thumb and your index finger? Aim for it. Aim for it. When you walk your foot forward a little bit more, good. Now walk your foot over to the left. That's better. Good. Now from this place, stretch your arms forward, connect your ears and your biceps. Lift your arms a little bit higher. Lengthen a little bit more from that 10 vertebrae. Take the left hip back a half an inch. That's it, Maureen. Beautiful. And then from this place, let the wind hit your back. Bring your arms and your shoulders up and up on your hips. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Pull your shoulder blades down. That's beautiful. Inhale. Bring your hands to touch your heart, to touch the floor, inside your left foot, and step back to plank. Take a deep breath. Exhale, roll down to your knees, thighs, belly, chest, and chin. Inhale, reach out and up to upward facing dog. Reach back through your big toes. Press the tops of your feet more down. Catherine, you're going to want to reach straight back, everybody, from your hip points to your third toe. Straight back. Make a straight long line. And then retract the shoulders. First, upward facing dog of the day, where you take the bend out of your elbows if you can. But that's much better. Beautiful. Now, exhale, downward facing dog. Look up at the front end of your mat. Bend your knees a lot. Yes? Take a breath. Sit all the way back into puppy pose. Keep reaching. Keep reaching. Heels are high. Maureen, your feet need to be wider. We're going to take those hips all the way back, all the way back, all the way back. Low ribs are at your inner thighs. Knees are hovering right off the floor. Yes, take a deep breath in. Put your knees down. Put your forehead down. Inhale now. And exhale. Reach up into plank position. Take a deep breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your left foot forward. Look back at your right foot and bring your right foot forward. Take your feet as wide as your sitting mat. Align your inner arches. Align your inner arches with the outside edge of the mat. So you're going to come off the mat. Your feet are going to come off the mat. Okay, good. Sit back deeply. Sit back more. If you need to turn your heels onto the mat, do that, and then sit in your squat. Oh, this is good, Charlie. Go. Good, Peter. Lift your chest higher. Drop your hips lower. Move in slow increments so that you begin to experience all those sensational feelings in your body. Take a deep breath. Good, that's amazing. Now lift your chest higher. Lift your chest even higher than that. Oh my goodness gracious. Take a deep breath. Exhale fully. Take a moment here and close your eyes. And feel your surroundings, and then feel your in-surroundings. Feel the way your body expands to the edges. Feel the edges as it reaches the air. From this place, bring the palms of your hands to the floor. Lengthen your hips up to the sky. Begin until your feet very close together. From your hip points, bring your hands into steeple. From your hip points, reach your arms out and forward. From this place, roll the low front ribs in and come to stand. Bring your hands to touch your heart. Let your eyes slide shut. Let the tailbone descend as the low belly lifts upward. Let the heart space lift. Take a deep breath in, bring your arms up and overhead. Turn your palms forward. That's nice. Now from your left hip, start to stretch over to the right side. Keep your hips very square. Just reach your torso. Draw the low front ribs inward as you reach through your fingertips. Anchor your right foot now and take the left leg out to the side. Now, it's great that there's no mirrors in this room. And ideally, you want to find the balance on the right leg. Keep drawing the arms back behind your ears. It's beautiful, Rainey. Tailbone descends. Take a deep breath. Go further. Go further than that. And from your pinky finger to your left pinky toe, there's a long line. And eventually you'll find yourself in that window. Take a breath. Exhale, come back to center. There you go. Now, bring your hands into steeple pose. Start to hinge forward with a flat back. And as you hinge forward, take that right leg back. Take that right leg all the way back. You are a warrior 3. Take a deep breath in. Flex that foot. Take that foot back. Good, Charlie. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and bring your right foot to your left foot. Arms reach right up to the sky. Let the tailbone descend. Let the low belly lift. Open up your palms, sage palms, like they have something very important to tell the world. Now from this place, from your right hip, start to shift over to the left. As you reach to the left, keep the hips squared. Tailbone is down, low front ribs are anchoring you. Pull them in, pull them back, and then as you anchor the left leg, let the right leg float up and away. Go further, go deeper. That left leg is working. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale and come back to center. As you exhale, hinge and reach back through your right leg. Bring your right foot forward, take a deep breath in. Stand up tall, stand up high. Take your arms now into sage and reach on over to the left side. Right hip into left hip. Take a full breath in. Lift that right leg up. Anchor the left. You know you needed 2 tries, did you? Flex your right foot. Flex it more. Lift it higher, Peter, and it's starting to come back behind you. Bring it up a little bit further. Catherine, that's great, because Peter's going to need you any second. He's going to lean right into your foot. Good. Come back to center. Take a breath, anchor yourselves, hands in steeple. Exhale, hinge forward, reach the index fingers right out the window, and now take the left leg back. Take the left leg back. Hey, take the left leg back, flex your foot. Right there, sweetheart, you just put that right there. You leave your shoes right over there. That left foot is flexed, take a breath. Come to stand, left foot reaches to the right. Inhale, open up your arms to sage. Exhale from the left side to the right side, reach. And then let that left leg float and hover. Let it float and hover. Good. It's very interesting during these fall months how we rely, or do not rely, on our body's ability to balance. Please come back to center. Entwine the fingers to the webbing. You have index fingers that reach up to the sky. That is your steeple. That is your home. Anchor both feet, and from your hips, hinge forward. Now reach a little bit further. We've been here before, and as I said earlier, it may feel like a familiar place, but go a little bit more with it. Stretch a little bit further. You did this last night. And then from this place, left leg goes back. Yeah, reach it back. Reach it back further. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Please bring your hands to your heart. Somebody please yell out a number. 3. Who did that? Somebody other than me yell out a number between
9, 4.
4. Anything at between 10 and 15. 15, yay! Who said that? Must be my new friend over here. My new best friend. Okay, best friend, here you go. She's young. She probably would have voted for Obama too. Inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, swan dive down. Charlie, you okay over there? Inhale, look out into the world. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, soften, bend your knees. Take a deep breath in and jump back to downward facing. Now there's no stopping us, everybody. We got 15 of these things. Take a breath and come to plank. We don't need to know her name, we just know she's going to do this. And now exhale into chaturanga, or knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up at the front end of your mat. Exhale, jump forward. Inhale, swan dive up, big inhale. Exhale, swan dive down, big exhale. Inhale, look out into the world, look out. Exhale, look inside yourself. Inhale, jump back, or soften, jump back for 2 long steps back. Let's take a breath into plank. Now gather up and grab those serratus muscles, yes? And exhale, chaturanga. And inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Soften your knees, come all the way to puppy pose. Look up, and then jump forward. And swan dive up. And swan dive down. Inhale, look out, and om, and exhale, and forward. Inhale, soften, and exhale, jump back. Inhale to plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, soften, exhale, jump. Inhale, swan dive up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, look out into the world. Exhale, look inside yourself. Inhale, soften. Exhale, jump. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. This is gorgeous. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, soften to puppy pose. Exhale, jump yourself forward. Beautiful. Land where you land. Inhale, swan dive up. Now move forward if you're missing your mat. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, look out into the world. Exhale, look inside your own world. Inhale, soften. Exhale, jump back. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. That's nice. And now exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, soften. Exhale, jump. Inhale, swan dive up. What number is this? Thank you. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, look out into the world. Exhale, look inside yourself. Inhale, soften. Exhale, jump. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Oops. Upward facing dog. And now downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Look up. Look up. Bend your knees and soften. And now jump forward all the way, like right through the glass. Inhale, swan dive up. That was number 11. Exhale, swan dive down. Christine C, keep that tailbone tucked. Inhale, look out into the world. That's better. Now pull from here, but keep reaching forward. Pull your shoulders back, and this is gorgeous. And now exhale and fold. Inhale, soften. Exhale, jump back to plank. Chaturanga. Oh, everybody's in such a rush. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Experiencing the sensations on your body, in your body, around your body. Take a breath, jump forward. Swan dive up. That's number 12. Exhale, swan dive down. Listen now before you jump. Inhale, look out into the world. Exhale, restrain yourselves. Inhale, soften. Please jump back to chaturanga. Pull your shoulder blades more back, low ribs up and in, upward facing dog. Beautiful path. And downward facing dog. Soften. Look out, look up, restrain yourselves and jump forward. Yes. Number 13, lucky 13. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, give thanks. Look out into the world. Exhale, fold. Look inside yourself now. Take a breath, bend your knees, jump back to chaturanga. And then upward facing